What's going on, guys? I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on some of the upgrades we've done to the fifth wheel and how they've been performing for us. So first one, most obvious one, is the actual steps. These are the GlowStep Revolutions. They have been really awesome. Now, what's nice about them is that they're very flexible in how you can use them. Right now we have it at the highest setting, which places the step as close to the door as possible and as high as possible. If I pop this pin out, I can actually lower it to 2 other settings, which moves the step out further. Once you do that, you do have to adjust the feet here because it's going to be at a different angle. So you have multiple adjustment selections here on the side of each foot to help adjust for uneven terrain, or if you're going to make that adjustment to your step. So that's really cool. The steps worked out really well, and the main reason we got this step is because of the accordion design. It gives us the ability to have a very solid step while at the same time being able to use it when we're in our storage facility, because the old step, of course, swung down and out, which would make contact with the RV that was next to us, whereas this step accordions out and it gives us the ability to kind of just stretch it out to use it next to a tightly parked storage facility. Another upgrade we absolutely love is the RV lock. This is a keyless entry lock system. It gives us the ability, of course, to put a code in or to use the keys in the deadbolt system. You can still lock it the same from the inside. That is all of a 15-minute install, if that. The steps probably take about an hour. But yeah, very simple to use. It comes with a wireless remote that lets us wirelessly remote lock or unlock the RV when we're walking up to it. Just a great feature. The ReoLink camera has only been in a relatively short period of time, but it's been working really well. Again, it's kind of like that Ring doorbell, but for your RV. And you can use one of these in your home as well. It just connects to your Wi-Fi router, and you connect to your router, or you connect to internet to view it. Very cool. The LED light, just recently installed again, and it's been working good, but I have to wait till it gets dark before we can truly test that. Moving along, Reese Goosebox. This is freaking sweet. So this is the 2nd generation Goosebox. Absolutely love it. It gives us the bed height clearance that we need whenever we're towing it, which is really nice. It allows us to articulate into uneven campsites much easier. Very much like that. We have the upgraded Bulldog landing gear system. So this is cool. It's dual motors, so I can control each one independently. This is a slower but heavier duty system. So this is a 10,000 pound rated system as opposed to the 6,000 pound rated systems that are on a lot of fifth wheels. Individual controls, plus it gives me the ability to level kind of the front of it out very nicely. Put another light right here, same LED company that we got the other light from. Very cool. I'll put a link in the description for these. Just recently put these in. I love the fact that it is dual color. Very nice. We are currently testing the Clear Source water filtration system down here. This is very cool. So we have our water going into it, then the water coming out of it going into our control board. Coming around. Saloon S637 tires. These things are still in immaculate condition. You can see how thick these tread blocks are. It's a rib design, so there's not much tread pattern on these outer 2 sides, but the insides have quite a bit of structure to them. The side walls on these are very stiff. These are very commercial grade tires. G-rated tires, all steel. That's what you want to see right there, all steel radial. Plus we have the Moride SRE 4000 suspension system, wet bolt kit, and the Joyrider shock absorbers. If you're wondering what this is, it's just a kind of a cheapy Amazon doorbell camera that acts as a doorbell as well, since most people just come up and knock. If you press this, it actually starts recording whoever is at your door and plays it on the little screen on the inside and saves it to an SD card. So that's really nice. I've had to replace the inside portion a couple of times now, I think twice, because it's had some type of a malfunction after about a year each time. We've also added what are called snap pads to the feet of the landing gear. They're filthy right now, they're covered in dust, but it's a rubber pad made out of recycled tires that acts as a cushion beneath the feet, so you no longer have to throw those rubber blocks underneath your actual landing gear. These are really nice, and they really allow you to set them down on uneven surfaces or rocks without damaging them. I have my cord reel right here, so this comes in really handy to reel in the 50 amp cord and give it a nice place to stay. So if you're wondering what this is, it's simply a battery jump kit that I use just in the event that the house battery goes dead, so I can still raise and lower the landing gear. Here's a huge one that I love. It's always a good idea to put a open-close valve or a gate valve here right at the end of your dump station, mainly because sometimes whatever's in your tank can move around while you're driving after you've already drained it, and then you get back to where you're going or you get to where you're camping, you unscrew that cap and all of a sudden all this waste comes out. So having a gate valve right at the end of your sewer area really can save you a mess. Definitely recommended. Should be one of the first things you get. And Valterra makes one of the best ones that I've seen. Something also that's really nice is this Camco Power Grip Power Defender 50 amp. So this is a power analyzer. What you do is when you plug it into your shore power, it analyzes the power that's going through, detects any anomalies in current, and if it determines that there's a power issue, it shuts down the power to the RV instead of allowing a spike to go through. It acts as both a surge protector, but it also again analyzes power flow and makes sure that the power that's coming into your RV is regulated properly, so you don't potentially damage your appliances or any phone chargers or phones or computers or anything that's plugged into a wall outlet. This is absolutely something you should consider getting. This specific one is made by Camco. It's about a $300 product, so most of these power analyzers are going to be between about $250 and $400 depending on how fancy they are, and in some cases you can actually get some that are permanently installed inside of your actual RV into the power system. But this is a great alternative to that if you don't have that system already installed, or if you don't want to go through the hassle of having it permanently installed. This simply connects to your 50 amp connection on your pedestal. Once that happens, plug it in and it'll power on as soon as it's done analyzing that the power coming into it is good power. On the back, one of the first upgrades I did to this fifth wheel was to add LED lighting to the back. And I also have the Halo View backup camera. There are a lot of really good backup cameras. You just want to make sure that the one you get has adequate range to meet your tow vehicle so you have the ability to see it whenever you need to see it, especially if you're traveling or backing up. And both the camera and the LED light have been working fantastic. One of the other things that I did, and I think is a really good idea, is I made a real quick, cheap kit to provide a quick connection into my battery for charging it. Basically, I took a set of jumper cables and I put some I-ring terminals on the end, put it on the battery, and it gives me the ability to simply plug into another battery without having to actually pull jumper cables out and connect it to the battery. Very cool idea, and it's right inside the housing. I made a full video on that a while back. And then an item that is heavily requested is this Duravolt solar panel that attaches to the front of my Goosebox, and it trickle charges the house battery. And these magnets are incredibly strong, so this thing doesn't budge even while we're going down the road. I use the Tire Minder TPMS system as well as the booster, which is mounted underneath the front of the fifth wheel about halfway back to boost the signal to make it to the truck without a problem. And I put these really cool solar LED lights on the side here that illuminate this entire area at night. I have both amber and I have white. And if you haven't figured out by now, this is actually the next day. So the first half of this video I took yesterday, and I took this video today, and we had a really heavy rainstorm. So just wanted to let you know why you saw a little bit change in background and scenery. But this is how our rig is currently set up. I'm sure we have a few little things that I've missed, but everything's worked out really good for us. The minute we have a real problem with something, I pull it off and I notify the manufacturer that we've had some type of a problem with it and let them know that there could be some type of an improvement that needs to be made to the manufacturing. But I'm very specific about the products that I'm willing to try and the products that I purchase, and I don't basically just buy something and say I hope it works. I do a lot of research on it. I check the forums, I check the blogs, I check the different Facebook pages, and really find out what the overall experience has been from a user perspective. That's why typically when you see something for my fifth wheel, it's a product that I've actively been looking for and I've done the research on. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again soon.